There it is.
Yep.
Good ball, Christo.
Hey guys, Christo Garcia, My Swing Evolution. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. We've got a cool video for you right now. And with all the Michael Jordan hoopla, I'm reminded of one of my favorite quotes from MJ where he said, you have to be able to turn a negative into a positive. And for him, he was talking about his defense when he got into the NBA. Obviously, he became a three-time All-Defensive Team Player of the Year type player. And so we have to learn to be able to deal with things, you know, when they're not going our way. And so when I used to be at the Florida School of Judo, I trained there for 2 years. You know, I was a pretty wily grappler, and people used to have a hard time submitting me. But I'll tell you, I learned more from losing than I ever did from winning, because I'd lay in bed at night thinking about all those times, you know, that I should have done this and instead I did this, and that's where I wound up in trouble. So that's what this episode is all about. And I want to remind you guys, if you like my channel, please click subscribe, hit a like, leave a comment, you know, participate with us on this channel. We're having a wonderful time here, and the best is yet to come. We're going to have a lot of changes this summer. You know, I'll be announcing those pretty soon. You know, right now I'm wearing this cool Marion shirt that I got the last time I got to play with my friend Tobin. You know, I've been to Marion twice. How crazy is that? First to play Ben Hogan, and then as my friend Tobin's guest, who's a member there. But, you know, so many wonderful things. But in this episode, I start out hitting the ball. I've got that rattlesnake hook, you know. Ben Hogan said hitting a hook is like having a rattlesnake in your pocket. You never know when the thing's going to bite you. Except on this day, it bit me every tee shot on the front nine. Oh my gosh, it was getting worse and worse, you know. It was so crazy. But it led to a discovery. You know, I tried to turn that negative into a positive, and this whole week has been building on what I learned on that day. So why don't you take a look at this round of golf, and I hope you hit them long and hit them straight. So me and my buddies headed out to Balboa in the Valley, and I was excited to play with my friends. These guys have been hanging around, you know, since the beginning of my swing evolution, and they're some of my favorite guys to play with.
There it is. Ooh, hang on there, ball.
Nah, you're past trouble. You're good. I think. Oh.
I thought you got
Straight
over that
down
tree.
she came.
So I hit this ball really solid. You know, it turned over towards the end, and it actually caught the trees at the very end and ended up in the left rough. So on this hole, I've got about 205, 210 yards with a 4-iron, and of course I'm hitting that hook, and that pin is back right. Tried to take it in low, and I caught that tree on the right. You know, I'm just not feeling a fade this day. Here I am on the 4th tee. This is a par 5, and I just hit the smother hook. Ugh, so
We're all
frustrating.
just watching each other today.
You know, here I'm trying to stay out of my head. I'm like, okay, I've hit several hooks at this point. I just want to try and, you know, play my game and not do anything too crazy. And there it is again. At this point, I just think my path is too far from the inside out. You know, this was a drive that I thought I hit really well, and it just flew about 120 yards down the middle of the fairway, and then it took a left turn. Just crazy. At this point, I'm pretty darn frustrated, but it's the back nine, and I'm just trying to not be down on myself. But this Corey Pavin swing here, I just hit a slinging hook. So the most important thing for me at this point in the round is to maintain a positive attitude. So I figured I'd just try and experiment with something new. Hey guys, so the last time I went to the driving range, I was fooling around with a Curtis Strange and really sitting into my back leg. I was just fooling around with straightening my right leg on the backswing. I've never really done that. But, you know, I saw Hogan kind of did it more at times than others, you know, but I'm going to give it a try and see what it feels like. So this drive felt really good. It's the first one I didn't snap, and I pushed it out to the right, but I felt a ton of leverage. This next tee shot, I'm thinking I'm going to try and do the same thing. You know, I'm going to try and straighten my right leg a little bit and press my hip behind me. I don't know why, but it seemed to straighten out that snap hook that I had. But the thing that I'm liking is this feeling of greater depth in my hips, which in turn helps me to feel more leverage on the handle of the club. So here I'm faced with a tee shot where I need to hit a fade from left to right around this tree, so I'm going to see if I can pull this off.
There it is.
Yep.
Good ball, Christo. Damn, you make that look good.
Only took 16 holes.
Yep.
Here I am on the 18th tee box. I just want to put one last good swing on the ball. And right now I'm feeling pretty excited about this crazy little change that I made. That one turned over a hair, but I still stuck it to 4 inches. Great way to finish the day. So when I got home, I checked the tape, and this is a still frame from that last swing, and I was shocked. It really looks a lot like my idol. So the next morning, I was out at the range, and I'm working on this because I think I found something. So you guys stick around. You're going to see a lot more of this work coming up in the near future. Hit them long and hit them straight. Guys, golf shouldn't have to be so hard. The problem is information overload. There's so much info out there. It's like trying to build a race car by going to a junkyard and grabbing spare parts off of every old clunker. It's just not going to work. I wanted to have a great golf swing, so I narrowed my focus and just studied the swing of Ben Hogan. And guess what? It worked. Today I'm one of the best golfers at my club. My swing evolution has over 20 million views, and I even got to play Ben Hogan on the Golf Channel. So if you want to become a great ball striker, go to myswingevolution.com, pick up the MSE Golf System, and start your swing evolution today. Hit them long and hit them straight.